it's Melissa. In this video, I am going to show you how to make your first DTF transfer with an Epson 1070. So an Epson 1070 is a DTF DTG printer that can be used at home or a small studio. It's desktop size, it is fully enclosed, and it is the lowest price Epson DTF DTG combo printer that you are going to find from Epson. And I have to tell you, even on your first print, it is so intuitive, so easy. Let me show you exactly how easy it is, and we are going to make this bag. Okay, so we are going to start here in Garment Creator. Now, I think that printing directly to film is actually easier. So we're gonna start, and my suggestion is if you are new to the F1070, then I would suggest that you start with printing to film as well. So film is over here. You've got two tabs at the top, so we'll just click film, and what you're going to get is basically this grid. Now, this grid represents the platen that is in your machine. So if you go over here to layout settings, you can see that it has the platen, and these are the small, this is the small platen preset. So the platen is 10 by 12. Now, if you go to down here where it says film size, you've got a couple different options. So if I put in there A4 or A8, right now it's showing, 8.5 by 11. Right now it's showing off, so I'm not seeing anything. But if I select top center, which I would suggest that you at least turn on center, top center, or top left, because it shows you basically a representation of the film, okay? You can see that it's not utilizing the full space. So what I actually like to do, and you can do this or not do it, is I do user defined, and then I literally just put in 10 by 12, okay? So that it basically fills the whole area. Now, where is it going to print? Okay, so it says top center, but top center, when you pull your design in, this is what you think the top center is. What I'm going to let you know though is that if this is essentially, if you are standing down here in front of the platen, this is where the printing is going to start, even if your design is up here. So let's pull a design in so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to File. I have a PNG here that I'm gonna pull in. You can just drag and drop. All right, it automatically mirrors, because with DTF, it needs to be automatically mirrored. So in this situation, for this first print, I'm just gonna print one. I will let you know that there are ways to change the colors. As you can see, there's color replacement. There's ways to make multiples. Right now, we're just gonna keep it simple. We're gonna print one DTF design on the film. So I am enlarging it simply by selecting it and then pulling out one of the corners. Now, I'm going to place it pretty much in the middle of my film. So if I was to start printing now, and you're gonna see when it starts to print in a minute, it's going to start printing with the ears, but the ears are actually going to start printing down from this side, from the part of the platen that is closest to you. So I just want you to keep that in mind when you are positioning things, because if you don't have a full sheet of DTF film and you put it up here, but then part of your design is down this way, you may miss the film itself. Now you can always clean off your platen, that's not a big deal, but just so you're aware, it may take a few tries for you to be like, oh, I understand now. Okay, so I'm gonna leave everything else the same. I'm gonna go back to print settings. For my first one, I'm gonna leave all of this the same too. So you do have 3 presets up here. Film standard means, do you want it to print exactly as you see it? Do you want it to only print white? Do you want it to print, but basically not print the black? And the reason that it would not print the black is if you're using a black garment, and then the black from the garment is going to replace the black. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just tell it that, yes, I want to print film standard, okay? But that's what those mean. And then these are the default settings, okay? So it's gonna, the print quality, you can adjust all of them by clicking on what looks like it's clickable, okay? So if you wanna print faster, like it's a draft, something like that, you can adjust these. Again, I would recommend that for your first print, you leave these as they are. I have other videos on using Garment Creator and understanding what a density test is on my channel. And if you see videos on my channel that say Garment Creator instead of Garment Creator 2, or you see videos that say for the F2100, That is a prior model machine, and that is a prior model of software. It basically, though, applies to the F2100, the 2270, and the 1070 that we're working with here. So just be aware that you can utilize those videos as well, and they should pretty much be applicable to you. Okay, so all you have to do now is literally click print. Now, it's not going to start printing until you go to the machine and start printing. And you have to press the print button over there too. So I have my computer in one office and my printer in the other, so I need to walk over there. So here's my screen. Now, if I hadn't printed already today, it would tell me that it needed to do a cleaning, and it would say that I need to shake the inks. I've already printed today, so it's not telling me to do that. But just so you're aware, every day you print, you need to shake the ink, and it's going to tell you that, and it's not going to let you print until you do that. Okay, so I am ready, so I'm just going to click start, and the printing will begin. Now, do you see how I have the film on there? It is on top of the platen. So I want you to see, you're going to see what I mean in a second, and you remember how the design was displayed with the ears up the top. Now watch where the ears print on my film. So these are the ears that are printing first, and you remember where they were in the garment creator. Okay, so that's why I think it's a little, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my brain. I feel like it would be the other way, that this would be the bottom of the print. But once you get used to it, it makes sense. So I'll print all of the color first, and then it's going to go back and it's going to print the white layer over top. Once the DTF transfer is finished printing, then we need to powder it, cure the powder, and then it will be ready to press. Okay, so this is how you're going to make DTF transfers with your Epson 1070. I'm also going to link to this file. This is probably listed on So Fancy as a sublimation file, but it's just simply a full color PNG that obviously can also be used for DTF. Okay, so the entire design is now printed, and now, as I mentioned, print head is going to come back closest to us, and it's going to lay down that white layer. Okay, so that little beep means it's done. Okay, so the ink is wet, so you need to be really careful, but here's what it looks like underneath. You can see that there is a nice even layer of white completely around with a slight inset or choke off the black. That's so that the white ink does not, you can see it mostly on the lettering. That's so that the white ink does not peek out once you flip this over and transfer it. Okay, so now we need to go put the powder on and then cure that. So here is our print. We are all ready to go. Now this, I've already put the powder on and cured. I don't know if you can see. You're looking for this type of texture, like an orange peel, okay? So I put the powder on, shook it off, and then used the curing oven here, 120 degrees Celsius for 120 seconds, okay? And that is pretty good for curing. And now we are just going to press. So I'm pressing at 350-ish degrees for about 10 to 15 seconds. Most DTF film is cold peel, but just double check. All right, so I have this is just a bag, cotton bag, and I'm gonna place this on here. I'm gonna do that for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then it's going to be cold peel. So we wanna wait until it's completely cool to peel off the film. That's it. So here is the bag. Came out super cute. Love it. Obviously, you can use these DTF transfers that you make on your Epson 1070 for all types of garments, whether it's tote bags, hats, shirts. You can even put them on like leather journals, different things like that. Sometimes people even put them on wood. They are meant for garments, but they do work on other surfaces as well. Not cups or mugs. You will need an Epson V1070 for that. I will link to that in the description below as well. Any questions, feel free to post them in the description. If you're looking for one-on-one help with DTF or some other type of customization equipment or software that you've seen here on my channel, I offer personalized same-day one-on-one support through Silhouette U. You can use the code YouTube and get it half off for your first payment. Hope to see you there.